give a lot of the players plenty of opportunity to like kick my butt, and give them that satisfaction. But inside, I'll be thinking, just wait. It's a matter of time. Just wait.
I'm trying to stop by at the club next time if I can.
I'll be like, the inevitable is coming. That's right of myself. Now that goes for everyone up to 2000. Now after 2000, I'm not responsible.
Okay. You'll accept the defeat?
I'll accept the defeat. Yeah, I'll accept the defeat with the 2300s, 2250s. Yeah, yeah, 2400, whatever. I remember one time at the California tournament in Costa Mesa. Remember that? Costa Mesa tournaments?
That was at the California Open, they call it, or something?
I think so, yeah.
It was like by the Santa Monica.
Oh, that was Santa Monica, I think, right? Yeah. But
the Costa Mesa was the Orange Coast or something?
Right. They had tournaments too.
There.
Yeah, Costa Mesa. And
yeah, I went to several.
You went to several of those? Yeah. I went to a few or some. And there was this little guy. You would always see him Asian. Little guy with glasses, doctor.
Yeah, that was probably one of my closest big wins. You know, at the Parker, I almost beat him.
You almost got him
in Parker.
I think I might remember that.
I think I might have got a game or something like that. You know?
I'm not sure, but I think I remember that time you scared him.
I think that was the first time we played, and he was having a hard time with the serves, and
right.
Kind of threw him. But then he kind of
adapted.
Maybe I think I might have won the first game, and then the second game he started kind of getting in, and then surpassed me. I might have been maybe a lead, and then the third game.
And that's the thing about those guys is that I noticed that when they're really good, they can change tactics and try different things, and they can also figure you out the way to beat you sometimes, or a lot of times actually.
That's why they're rated high.
That's why they're rated high.
He's running a big club in, what do you call it now? I was watching it, like it was quite a long video that Koreans put on. And I played a tournament there in Mark, and I went film there.
You mean currently that's what he's doing?
Yeah, he's doing it. He's got that Zalman Mullet, the Iranian guy coaching that club, all the time.
So what is Dr. Lee? Is he the?
He's kind of,
What position does he have there in the club?
It looked like he was, I don't know.
Después de 800 yardas,
some kind of, high representative, I don't know,
of the club
board or something, or I don't know. Yeah. And it looked like they got a lot of financial backing in that area.
Where is
the Koreans?
Where is
in
that?
LA. I think it's around where we went to the LA Open.
That time? That time that we went to the LA Open?
I don't know if you went to it.
I went to the LA Open, yeah. At least once.
I've been there a couple times, and I think it's in that same area, where Craig Crumb runs that LA Open.
Okay, yeah, that's like you said, that's where a lot of Koreans are at, right?
Yeah.
Siga recto.
They've had some nice, big tournaments there too.
But didn't the LA Open they had I don't know, a few, and then it stopped?
Yeah, but recently it's been a really big thing. They've had real high level players with big money in there, like one of the biggest tournaments.
Did they start the LA Open once again?
Yeah, I think when did we go? Like when I said Mark got out, so it was like I went maybe the year before. I might have been a few other.
Oh, that's great news, man.
We ran into Ruben there and some other players, but that must have been like 2010, or I think I went in 2009.
Did they still have it at the same place?
This was a probably bigger place than you went, I imagine. I don't know. They had like 24 tables or something like that.
All right.
And they had, top players like from Germany, that Dimitri Bochova or whatever.
Really?
And some
kidding.
Good 2,800 players.
Oh, really?
Here. Oh, and they had Oh Sung-ho from Korea.
Oh, God. He's world class.
So they were like in the final. I think Derek got to play Dimitri
I mean,
I think it was in the same group. Yeah.
I mean, I can't even fathom playing a 2800 player. I can't fathom it. I mean, it's like I'm not worthy. Worthy. You know what I love sometimes? You know, over the years, you probably had this happen to you too. Is you're going, you know, through the ranks, and you play someone who's way, 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 way better than you. I'm sure you had that happen where you play him, and you know, you do your best, of course, and the other guy just has this like bored expression on his face, and he's just doing like this. He is bored. You know. He's looking over somewhere. You know, he's like doesn't even pay much attention to you. Have you had that happen? But it's just that they're so much better, you know, that they can do that. There's nothing you can do about it.
I think a lot of times I do in warm up, I'm not very consistent or whatever. Some people like want to start right away. I piss some people off, and then I'll be playing better. Like, who was that? Happened. I almost.
I remember that. You would piss off some people in warm up because you would like hit all over the place. Yeah. And instead of like warming up like most people, you would like go for some big shots. Right. People get pissed off. I remember that.
That's because that's those shots I'm going to be hitting. You know, I want to practice what I'm going to be using.
Right.
Sometimes, I don't know.
I guess what some people believe is that the protocol
patter or whatever. And that's not how I play.
Right. But I guess what a lot of people believe is like that's
the ball or something. Yeah.
That's the protocol of sportsmanship to warm up, you know, that way. You know.
And sometimes I don't have the coordination at first. Even I might be trying. Sometimes I'm like so tight to begin with. I might be trying to hit that, but I can't do it. You know?
I remember that. Yeah, you would have trouble with that.
Like sometimes I gotta just really hit it hard to get my energy out, so then I can relax enough to control the ball. You know?
I know exactly what you mean because I that's what I observed. You know, when I would play you or warm up with you.
That Lloyd McQueen or something. I think I almost beat him because you know he was like just got pissed off and let's start, and then I might have beat him a game. I think.
Well, no, I was starting to say about Dr. Lee. This one tournament then that they close to Mesa. He was what was he rated at the time? I don't know, around 23, whatever. And I guess it was because of previous match, tough match, that I got really upset because I remember I was like saying to myself, well, I should have gone for more, you know. It's like I held back some, you know. I tried to be careful at times, you know, and let it out, but at the same time, you know, I have to be careful because I don't want to make certain mistakes. But then afterwards, I was really upset. It's like I could have played better. I know I can play better. Why didn't I just let it go? You know. And I was very angry at the time. And then I had to play Dr. Lee. And I remember thinking to myself, I don't give a, you know. I'm gonna just go for it, like, you know, gangbusters all the way without limits. I don't care if Dr. Lee runs over me or I don't care what he does. I'm going for my shots, like big shots and strong shots. Not wild, but just go for it.
Yeah.
So, and I was mad. And I started playing it. And I started going for it. And I started winning. And he would get a few points, but I was winning. But what's interesting was when you play someone that is at that high level, way higher than you, even though I was playing inspired, you know, winning more points, he was still able to keep close enough, you know, close enough. But I could see, and then he kind of like, I guess maybe had to step it up or really concentrate to really neutralize me.
Yeah.
But you know, Dr. Lee, he's like really calm.
Yeah.
And I could see he looked like he's doing this, you know. And I was, but and yet we I remember we traded several points.
You can get frustrated pretty easy though too sometimes if you do some.
But he knew me.
But I think he composes himself well though after that.
Yes, he does, and plus he knew me very well.
Yeah.
He would always. He was like, "Oh, hi, Louis," you know, because I knew him. I knew him from years back when he was like 2200.
Yeah.
And he would come to the Schaumburg tournament in Illinois, and we had the young Polish sensation back then who had come from Poland, who had been like number 1 or 2 at one time, number 1 or 2 junior in Poland, Bogdan Lewandowski. This is like, I'm talking early 90s. And he had that high tosser and very typical Polish, very physical, very fast, exciting player, attacking style. Oh, I loved his style. He was so much fun, so exciting to watch him play his matches. Very, so much flair and dramatics.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was a very young guy. And I remember Dr. Lee, you know, would try. He was a really good player. He would really try against Bogdan, really, but you know, it wasn't the same level. But there was Dr. Lee trying, and then another tournament he would come and he'd be trying. You could see he was really trying, but Bogdan was just too much. And then as the years passed, Dr. Lee moved up, you know, became a 23 plus player, 2350. I think at one time he even got higher, up to 24 maybe. But at this tournament, I'm telling you though, I had the lead for a while, most of the points, and he kept it close.
Yeah.
He kept it close. Until finally, like, I came back down to earth somewhat, and then he won, of course. But it wasn't like, oh, it was pretty close.
Sometimes when I realize I'm ahead, that screws me up too. You know, you're like, what? I'm ahead? Why am I doing that?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Can't focus, just play. I remember I was playing a guy. I thought it might have been one of the highest rating wins I had. He was like a 2350, and I could easily beat him. I beat him maybe, I don't know if it was 2110 the first time. It's a guy from Hawaii, Alan Kaicher or whatever. I think he was rated high then. It seemed like he was trying to dump points then.
You always get those players.
So he was, I think he had dumped to somebody else, and I thought he was trying to dump to me, and then that was kind of pissing me off. So I was like, I tried to dump. I dumped back, but then, it was like we were both dumping points back and forth, at deuce forever. And then finally, I think he just got pissed off and won the point.
Are you sure he was dumping?
But then I wanted to win. I was like, I was just kind of screwing around. I don't know. It could have been I was so loose then when I was trying to lose the points. I was doing okay, but I don't know. Jeez. I think he was trying to dump.
Yeah, you can tell usually.
That would just kind of piss me off. So I just, hit something way off. And we were both just serving off the table back and forth, a deuce for quite a while.
Busted.
You want to stop and give her a ride?
Busted. Well, if you weren't there, yes.
Yes, there we go. But I think one of the biggest ones I had was just, I got pissed off because or I wasn't, mad or something. I was in Florida. It was like a 2150 or whatever. They, thought he was kicking my ass or something. And he had a bunch of friends with him who were just trash talking or something. That just kind of, got me really focused. And I beat him maybe 2110 and 2110. That was a big win for me.
Now, what was the highest rated player you ever beat in a tournament?
I think that was that guy, that 2150 or something.
The guy you just mentioned?
Yeah. Right, and under 10 both games or something.
Do you remember his name?
In Florida. And I think he was kind of, they were kind of overrated in that area. I don't know if he was from Florida or Philadelphia. I think it was probably Florida. I don't remember his name. It's probably on the list or something.
You have it on the history?
Yeah, I think it's in the history. I think that was that might have been in 97 or something.
Now, for some reason, I remember back years ago when they put the tournament histories down. They only went as far back as 94 for some reason. Why was that?
Some guy who was at the or something. He got pissed off and got rid of all the records.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
I've heard it several times, and yeah, it was some kind of some guy was pissed off and got rid of the records. I don't remember.
And why was he? What was he pissed off about?
I don't know the details of that.
It's like, this is too much work. It's like.
No, I don't think. I think he got mad at somebody. I don't know if he wasn't paid or what happened. I don't really know the exact details.
Because otherwise they could have done it further back.
Further back, yeah.
But basically, it's
This guy
like
destroyed the records.
Oh God!
Because he was angry over some. I don't know if they picked him somehow. I couldn't imagine the USATT picking anybody down. Maybe he didn't get paid or what happened.
Yeah. I wonder who's.
Just get rid of your record, or if he was just crazy or what happened.
That happens.
Fly off the handle.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Destroyed something. So I'll get him.
That's sabotage.
Yeah.
I wonder who's the president now. I have to find out. I'm curious. I remember when Danny Siegler was president, I guess like there was one side of the camp that really supported him and another one just couldn't stand him.
I didn't like his name and logo change.
What's that?
I didn't like him changing the name of the USTTA to USATT.
Okay.
And I didn't like the logo
The logo change.
Yeah.
Well, now they have another logo.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, what's it like? Is it the ball one? Or?
I mean, it's not the same one as when I left 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's another one. Have you seen it?
Is it like a ball that's kind of going like this with that sunshine?
I can't remember because I haven't seen it enough.
Uh-huh.
I saw it when I went online to look for my rubber,
Yeah.
but it hasn't stuck in my mind because it's too fresh. But I do know it's different than the one they had when I left, though. But you know what? I prefer this one much better than the one that they had when I left.
Yeah.
I really didn't care too much for that. You didn't either?
It just said USA and then table tennis or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the other one was maybe a little too busy, but the placement was
Crappy.
just all going for the where the USA and where in the Olympics. I think they kind of focused on that
Oh, that's
more
right.
than.
The actual beauty for the
And now, and I didn't like them changing the name of the website either. They're just kind of let the Olympic Committee kind of overrun them. What's their? And I think Sean O'Neill's a big part behind that stuff.
I would doubt it.
He likes the focus on the Olympic and the higher level side of the stuff.
Right.
More than some of the other camps.
And what's his name? Jim. I can't remember what's his name. The guy that would always challenge Sean O'Neill.
Butler.
Jimmy Butler. He was involved too, right?
In what?
In the USDT's running decisions, high level decisions.
Not that much then. And like I said, I think he's not. He's more grassroots stuff than O'Neill, I think.
Oh, good.
Said he won the last couple nationals, I think. Or at least one, maybe two.
I told you the story of when the Polish doubles champion, Gruba's, I think it was Gruba's doubles partner. They won some major titles back in the 80s. It was a tall, like giraffe.
Yeah, I saw him and Gruba play there in the doubles in '92.
They were in the Chicago area. Like, you know,
Yeah,
Chicago.
it was Kucharski.
Kucharski, that's it. Kucharski. I can't remember his first name, but
Mark knew him pretty well too.
Mark knew him pretty well personally.
I think just his game and stuff.
Oh, his
not
game.
personally.
Okay, yeah, Kucharski. I can't remember his first name. Is it
I want
Jerry?
to say like Kevin, or it was.
No, it wasn't Kevin.
No, but it was. I don't know. It seemed like it was 2Ks or something. I don't know.
It wasn't Jerry, was it? No.
I don't think so.
No. It was. God. Anyway, so Kuharski. I don't know if you ever heard back in the day, in the early '90s, we had that Sears Invitational Open.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Yeah. I think I watched some on video or on TV, and it looked like they were playing those old Sears tables or something.
Exactly. They would make those world-class athletes play on those basement tables, man.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they weren't bad, but I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It was great with the nets that are shitty nets.
Yeah.
That was great. But these players are so great that
And they had a lot of money in the tournaments too.
I think they had.
And they was coming from Sears probably, so they were paying.
Right.
Making them play on the tables.
And then since we were the local club, Chamber Club, Primo, our tournament director, would get a group of us to be the volunteers and dress us up, nice with their nice shirts and ties. There'd be ushers and help out, volunteer work. And Scott Price would also get involved. And remember that one time they had an exhibition at the Holiday Inn Dome.
Yeah.
They have the ping pong table.
All right.
And I remember Scott Price because he knew me.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, now see what we're gonna do is Marcy's gonna come and do an exhibition, and he's gonna I'm gonna pick some people from the audience, pick some people in the audience to play with him, and so I'm gonna pick a couple of you guys, who are players, so it'll look good. Because if he picks just anybody, man, it's just they want to put on a little bit of a show for the.
Right.
So he knew me, and he's like, "Could you?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And I don't know who else. And then, so the day of the exhibition, I was part of the crowd around there. And it's like, "Hey, we're gonna pick." Scott Price was like, to the crowd, his microphone, doubles champion, so and so Kucharski, come from Poland. He was I think a world champion maybe in doubles with Ruba. And so let's pick somebody to hit a few, have a little fun. I said, how about you? And I was like, me? I was like, yeah, okay. Kuharski doesn't know me, of course. And he wasn't in on that was something separate.
Yeah.
I mean, he could play anyone. So, okay, so and then Kuharski, I remember he took the ball really carefully, like he's gonna play like a total beginner.
Right.
And he just went like this, and he just softly went over, and then I turned it back, and then he gave a soft stroke back, and then I said, because I was always back then, I was mostly a counter driver and smash. I was really good. I mean, my smash was way ahead of the rest of my game. I could smash easily through 2,300, 400, 500, whatever, maybe even beyond that. I had really hard smash. And he gave me one perfect height.
Yeah.
I went back. Bam! It just accelerated the hell out of it, like a gun.
Yeah.
It went right through him, man. You should have seen his face, man. At first, he looked like, surprised, but then he thought, oh, it must be just a coincidence, He just balled up.
Yeah.
And so once again, softly, not quite as soft, but still soft, the second, and I hit it back soft, and he gave us up, and right down the pipe, right down the middle, and then Kuharski looks at me, and he's not quite as surprised. He's surprised, but he's like, all right,
two.
It's two, and then it's like, there's not going to be a third one, So he plays the point. and he goes into like this long attacking stroke. And that was it, man.
Yeah.
I was like chopped up into little pieces the next few points. It was like, oh, that was so much fun. I think, I don't know who videotaped it. Must be someone must have videotaped it. Someone has to have it. I don't know who. I don't know if Scott Price maybe has it. I would pay anything to have that.
Yeah.
That's priceless. I would give any